What's going on, guys? It's Braun coming at you guys with a brand new YouTube video, and this video is going to be a little bit different than my recent videos I've been making. Recently I've been focusing more on my reaction videos on my channel, but if you look in the past videos on my channel, I made tons of other sorts of content. But I wanted to make a video talking about The Party Never Ends, my favorite artist of all time. I don't think it's really up for like a conversation about, who it is. It's definitely Juice WRLD. Tough to get his so-called last album, but who knows? I feel like he'll have more projects or more songs come out after this. But yeah, I just want to make a quick video kind of saying my opinion on the album and maybe kind of telling you guys how I think it could have been better. I've saw so many people online just talking constant crap about the album, saying it's so bad. I'm not with those people. I'm not with that group of people. But I do think it definitely could have been better. And I'm not one of those people that's going to just be like, it could have been so much better. He did a shit job, screw him, whatever. I'm going to actually tell you how I think he could have made it better as well. I saw a lot of people say the outro should have been All Life Long. And I believe that that song would have been a better outro, but I personally think that Spend It is a great outro. I'm honestly perfectly fine with that song as the outro, if I'm being honest with you. I think it's perfect, but it might be a little bit short, and it kind of leaves you kind of wanting more in a way. But I feel like if you got All Life Long, if you got that song, it would have been a perfect outro. I mean, it was even the outro to his HBO Max documentary as well. It just seems like it was a perfect ending to his last album. Apparently, I'm not a big fan of the intro because they changed it a lot from what the song used to be, and they changed the beat, which I think the beat change was good. I'm actually a fan of the beat change. That's not the part that I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that they cut out like two of his verses. It's like a 3 or 4 minute song, and on the album, it's like 2 minutes ish, maybe not even. I forget the look. Definitely not a fan of how short that was. It wasn't one of those like intros to an album that you're like, oh my freaking, it's insane. Like I can't wait to get into this album. It wasn't quite that for me. But then you got Misfit and All Girls All the Same too, which I'm not a big fan of that song. I feel like it's one of the weaker. It's probably my least favorite song on the album. It's probably because the feature. Not a big fan of Nicki, but I feel like it was more like an unfinished song they had her feature on, so I'm not crazy about that. But I will say I feel like Lace It, the song with Eminem, which Eminem is one of my favorite rappers of all time. I feel like the song's good, but I just was kind of confused when I opened the album that night and saw it on the track list. I was like, why is this on here? It was been out for a year now, almost exactly a year. And it just was like, oh, that's on it? Like, I don't know. I don't know if you guys had that same reaction when you saw that song on the album, but I wasn't crazy about that. My top three songs are definitely, I want to say Spend It, Party by Myself, and either Adore You or Oxycodone, or the song with Offset. What's it called? Let me check. Celebrate. I think Celebrate is definitely a top 5 song on the album. Oxycodone. That song was so perfectly mixed and mastered as well. I heard Max Lord, which is like the longtime person that worked with Juice, kind of sitting at the computer, putting his vocals in as he was recording. He did that song, and not every song on the album. So that's probably why it's one of my favorites on the album. But honestly, other than that, the Kid Laroi honestly had a great song on the album as well. I know some people saw that and was like, why is there a Kid Laroi song if it's a Juice WRLD album? I was like that at first, but I love the Kid Laroi. I saw him live in a concert this year. I might throw some of that footage up on the screen. It was great. He's definitely one of my favorite artists right now. I think he's just constantly getting better, and Juice would be super proud of him where he's at right now. So it's super cool to see. I do have one kind of gripe about that, is that they made it well, the whole album, they made it like to feel like you were at an actual Juice World concert, whether it's his like last concert or whatever, but they made it feel like a Juice World concert. And I never was fortunate enough to get to go to a Juice World concert, so it was pretty cool concept, to be honest with you. But I feel like it would have been so cool if like they had a clip of Juice saying this song is for Lil Peep, X, and all these people, Mac Miller, and then it brought out the Kid Laroi on that song. But to be honest with you, I think it would have been so much better if they would have had. There's a song that I don't know if it's the only song that the Kid Laroi and Juice have left, but it's my favorite one I've heard. It's called either Look Again or Unexplainable. If you haven't heard that song, look it up. It might not ever release, so I'm not one of those people to say go look at the leak, but it might never release, so I might as well go check it out. I thought it would have been so cool if they had like someone say like, please welcome the Kid Laroi to the stage, and then have Unexplainable play and have that song be the thing. And then at the end of Unexplainable, they could have had say like, this song is for all the legends, like they did, and have a goodbye, then have like the Kid Laroi lead the stage and have Juice WRLD songs come back into rotation. I think it was kind of weird having the Kid Laroi just come in to have that song and not even put their song together on it, which is kind of strange to me. But again, I heard that they might not have the rights to all these songs because they sold some of his catalog away, which makes me believe that there's more music to be released. But yeah, I just think it was a great album. I'm not one of those people that's talking crazy shit about it. You can't mess up a Juice WRLD album. He's such a good artist. Like, how do you fuck it up? Like, there's no way to fuck it up. But he almost did, for sure. I believe that the weakest song on the album was probably either Condone It or maybe Best Friend. But other than that, I mean, I still like those two songs. I still, to this day, haven't heard a bad Juice WRLD song. I just want to get on here, kind of give my opinion on the album, see if you guys, what you think about it. I don't know. I haven't made videos like this in a while, so I hope it turns out good for you guys. But I think the album is great. I just think that it would have been better if they would have let Max Lord kind of be in control of the album. And apparently he had his own version of The Party Never Ends, which never got released. I'm curious if it has some songs that are on this album as well, or it's like totally different with all songs that weren't even on this album. And I was thinking in my head, like, what if instead of dropping another like Fans Choose Deluxe, they could have like a whole side B of the Max Lord version, which would be really cool. But I think they're just gonna let the fans choose the next 10 songs that'll be put on the deluxe album, which is cool. But my favorite song, which is Cake, that's my favorite, probably unreleased song so far that Juice hasn't been released, or up there like top 5. And it was number 11. So it's the first song out of the top 10, which is my luck. But I love that song. But it is what it is. Maybe it'll get released because, I mean, they know fans want it because it was voted 11th, one spot out. So hopefully it might be still voted in. Who knows? But it is what it is. I don't mean like ramble on, make this too long of a video, but if you guys want to drop a comment, let me know what you think, what your opinions are about the album, and let me know your top 10 unreleased Juice songs are. Then I'll drop mine at the top comment for you guys to see as well. But yeah, I think most people think they should stop putting out Juice music that's like not respectful to someone who's passed away, and I totally agree with that. But with someone like Juice WRLD, he has thousands of unreleased songs. I don't know him personally, of course, but I just feel like he'd want his music to be heard, man. So I think, because if I was in his position, I feel like I'd want all my songs to be heard, because he was such a talented artist that had so much great stuff in the vault. But, we'll see. I didn't know him, so maybe his close friends kind of know what he was thinking about putting out his unreleased music. But anyway, drop a like if you enjoyed. Let's try to get to 50 likes maybe. And I'll be back with some reactions next and a Q&A that's coming up. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's been Brong. If this is your first time watching my channel, my name is Evan Brong. I like to make reaction videos and all kinds of other fun stuff I'm doing next year. So help get me to 2,000 subs. Hit the subscribe button, and yeah, I'm out. Peace.
I said long live juice, long live juice, long live juice, long live juice. One more time, long live juice, long live juice. Okay, go.
Chasing these dreams, rolling out with my team. I don't stress, I just breathe. Things starting to look up. Red wine in my cup. Hated me, well that's